Yeah. I know. I'm supposed to lay low, but it was an offer. It was an offer. No one will ever. I would never do that. I mean, no, I would never, ever. Yeah, hold on. Let me put you on speakerphone. So as I was saying, I would never. I mean, ever, take money from another club and call it investment. Bala status confirmed. Hello, my friends. Welcome in to episode 6 of Codename GHG. As always, thank you so much for the support on the new series. Make sure you hit the like button if you're liking it. We're getting a lot of views, but the likes typically drop off. It's like people forget. So that's why I remind you at the beginning part of every episode. So if you enjoyed that intro and you're enjoying the series, drop a like. You can wait till the end of the video. I might remind you again. So as you can see, it is March 17th. We've gone through the random January transfer window / break in Denmark. We have made it to the second division promotion stage, and we have brought with us 12 points because that is the, I'd say, interesting part of the second division is you've got the essentially everybody together stage in a variety of groups. They take the top 4 from each group. You go to the promotion stage and you bring the points with you that you earned against the other teams that come from your group, if that makes sense. So our points against Hivradov and BK Frem and B93, those points carry over. And your goals carry over, and your record carries, all that kind of stuff carries over. Not against the teams that go to the relegation stage, just the promotion stage. So, that having been said, we haven't played our first game of this stage, but we brought with us 12 points. So, HIK won their game, their 7th game, so they were on 10 points. So we came in as leaders in the pack, and I mean we may have thrown the game against BK Frem to get them into this stage. I would never. Okay, maybe I did. We were on like a 10-game unbeaten streak, minus the cup, which the game is on. When the game gives you reminders of your unbeaten streak, it's about the league. And they needed a win. And I have a soft spot in my heart for BK Frem. So we may have, I mean, they scored and then we accidentally equalized and it was like, what are you doing? And so we may have gone to like, one at the back, with the other center back being a DM, and then like 4, and then like 3 with wingers, and then 2 or something like. I'm not saying I would do, but I may have done that. So then we had the Money League. This is something I want to talk about. I need to grab my notes here actually. For those of you that are trying to generate revenue or trying to financially save a club, this is something I do in all of my saves. Is you run whenever you've got a break, like a significant, like a month off, or in this case, like I can't remember when the actual date we could start scheduling stuff came back, but February to March, essentially a month, you need to generate revenue through friendlies, or you can do a league, which is essentially 3 games in a row where it's kind of like in the United States, we got the Tournament of Nations going on with the women's national team, where they're playing Brazil and Australia and another team, Japan. There it is. And it really means nothing, but it gets people in the stands. It generates revenue, TV revenue. It's on blah, blah, blah. So you do the exact same thing in Football Manager. So we played Bohemians Praha from the Czech Republic. Dukla Prague. Again, all like the teams that you can invite is based on, I'm sure, the time of year and the standing of your club and how close they are to you and stuff like that. So that's as good as we could get. But I want to walk you through this. The board has, BK Frem gave us 130 grand, but before, this is after the 130 grand. So we would have been, what, negative 635, let's just call it that to make it easy. So before we started these games here, we were at negative 622,239. Okay. So how this works is your income goes up for the 3 games, and then after the fact, you pay, like, because you generally are having to pay these teams to come play you, and you're hoping to generate more revenue than what you're paying, obviously. So it went 622 in the hole. After the first game, 612 in the hole. After the second game, 578 in the hole. And after the third game, once it paid everything out, it jumped back up to 602 in the hole. So essentially, we went from 622,000 in the hole to 602,000 in the hole, which doesn't sound like a lot, like, right? It's like 20 grand, but 20 grand when you're 600 grand in the hole is a lot, right? Like, that's, I don't know, $500 a week on wages for a year, maybe, because the grand would be 52, you know, a little, maybe 400 a week, right? But you're not going to generate that much from just doing friendlies, right? My friendlies here probably are generating 2,000. So if these were 2,000, that's 6,000, right? Do some simple math. So the fact that we were able to generate 20 grand, and it gets you back in shape, it's, at least in this division, right? When you're taking a long break from November to March, you want to play your players, not get injured, all that kind of stuff. But I always like to point that out. I do that in all my leagues, or in all my saves. And some of the teams, if you get to a certain level, you're inviting big teams, you can get TV revenue, and that is massive. So I wanted to point that out. But let's get to, yeah, we had a transfer window, and I wasn't in charge of the transfer window because it's a Director of Football Challenge. Let's just go look. Okay, so Daniel Neruzzi has left the club because he said, reminder, he didn't think we were going to be able to play at the level he wanted to play at. That was his reasoning. Couldn't offer him a contract. I didn't do it, but it's essentially like if you try to offer him a contract, it's like the red bar across the screen. It's like, I don't think we need to even talk about this because you're not going to be playing at the same level that I want to play at. He's playing for Hivdovre for 400 a week. We were paying him, I believe, 1,000 a week. We were paying him well. We were paying him more than 400 a week, unless I'm absolutely losing my mind. But either way, he's playing in the same division. He's in the promotion stage. Mate, they're in 6th. We started in 1st. We got a game in hand. Come on, man. So he's anticipating them to go back up, I guess, even though they haven't done that, you know, since they got relegated down a division. That is just really, really gutting, to be completely fair. So, this is what we have ended up doing. We also had Jonas Mortensen, who was a really not great center back, leave the club. He wasn't getting paid, so it doesn't really matter. We were never going to use him. Same thing with Nicholas Strunz. So we lost some center backs, but I mean 6'6". Look at his. I don't want to make fun of actual human beings, but that is a neck. That is a neck, my friends. And he's 6'6". It's like he'd be 6 feet tall otherwise. That is crazy. But either way, we wouldn't have. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying Football Manager says he's a bad player. That's all. So they left. We already brought in Emil Peter Jorgensen. You knew that. So we've got a center back there. Oh, also, our goalkeeper's loan ended. Whoever set up these deals to be contracts that end in December or loans that end in December, what are you doing? What are you doing? So we've had to go get a backup, or not a backup. We had to go get a new goalkeeper. So let me introduce you to Rasmus Bach, who is 2.5 star. He's not as good, but I mean, he's not terrible. He played for Skovashed, who I believe are in the relegation. Yes, they're in the relegation stage. So, I mean, they might be in the relegation stage because they gave up 2 goals a game in 11 starts. But maybe it was the defense in front of him. I mean, he allowed 1 in 2 starts and a sub in the Money League. 4 goals in the debut Pokalen. Okay. Well, I mean, he's the best we got. So, and I'm not in charge of signing. So we'll have to deal. And then Nicholas Vesterlund, who is a first-team contract. We now have a bunch of first-team contract center backs, which is good. I mean, he's not bad. The determination is terrible, but we deal. I mean, in comparison to the rest of the squad, he's average from a determination standpoint. So he's 18. I can't tutor him, though, because he's on first team. So it's not like I could take a 12 determination player and, work on that, which would have been useful. So that's what we've got, which means we've had to slide Jensen because he's been playing center back. We've slid him over to play left back, which he can do. He just can't cross to save his life. So we'll just tell him to not cross at all. And this is what it looks like. So Jensen now, Vesterlund, Jorgensen, Mertz, Bangsgaard, Base, Olsen. Obviously, Luti can slide in here. And then Munksgaard, Moose, and DeFlaui. So we really don't have... I was really hoping we could get like a striker with some talent. Not that, he doesn't have talent. He's just very hot or cold. Like he seems to score in bunches. And he keeps complaining about being trained at the striker position. I did have a request in the comments to play Karsten Jensen more, and I think we're going to do it because it'd be hilarious. I mean, he's had 2 subs on a 6.2, but he's improving. He's improving, lads. I mean, you put him on poacher. I mean, aside from the agility, he's not terrible, but he's 41, and I think that'd be kind of funny. I thought we were going to have to end up with Michael Mason, or Mason maybe, being our goalkeeper, but now he's back to being backup. We also we had youth intake, and I don't know why we signed any of them, to be honest with you. Let's go down to, I don't know where the line is. It does it really? Let's call this is these. I mean, Stephen Dew has got a chance as a right-footed inverted winger, but he's not at first team level. He's 15. He's the one with the highest potential ability. Ulrich Christensen is the one that our head of youth development said, I think my crowning achievement, or whatever it was something like, I think he came because of my coaching style. And it's like, this is the guy you're going to pin. You're like, I did a great job. I mean, to be fair, in a ball-winning midfield role, he's okay. Like, just doesn't have any technicals, and his physicals are awful. But he's 15. Maybe he'll develop. Stephen Dew's 5'5". Christensen is 5'9". So, of course, because of that, and again, I am not in charge of this, we're back to being 9,800, or 800 in the hole, or almost 800. And next season it's going to drop to 8.5. We got to get promoted, because all these players are on 55 a week. So it's like, really, why did we? I don't understand why. Why did we sign that? I'm not even going to bother showing them to you. It's really not worth going over. So again, today we're taking on Kjellerup IF, and that's how we're going to go forward, my friends. We're going to try the 4-3-3 standard because we're away from home, just to kind of, like, I think we're a good team, but I don't know how good. So that's what we've got going on. Dynamics have dropped to good. It's interesting. And I can't actually go with this roster because I got to have a U21 on the bench. So not sure how we're going to juggle that, because apparently, I don't know why Maidson doesn't count. He should count as a U21er, but he doesn't have the tag. So that's fun. All right, I'm going to hop forward and we'll play the game. Okay, my friends, I've just tried to go to the game and it's saying, even though our goalkeeper is 17, he's not U21. I think it's because he's on a youth contract. So I've had to swap out Kesser for Soren Fries Bay. We're going to play standard flexible. Do we put him on? Standard flexible will work the ball in the box. I don't think we're good enough just to ping it forward, but we may take the work the ball in the box off. I don't know what to expect at this level. We dominated our group. We had like 34 points, smashed some people. We come in first place. Let's where we started, boys, or pick up where you left off 3 months ago. And none of you are match sharp right now, but you know, I'd like to think we're decent. Like, the other teams also obviously won top 4 in their groups, but, you know, oh gosh, 27%. I mean, it's only 9 minutes in, but it's 9 minutes in. It's 27%. Goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, what was that non-clearance? I mean, it was pathetic. What was that? So, as I was saying, you know, we should be decent, right? Like, we came in first. Now, maybe we just had an extraordinarily weak group. My goodness, we're going to play counter, I guess. I don't think we have the skills to do direct passing, but we'll try it, and we'll get stuck in. No, there we go. But you'd think we would be decent, right? Better than 30% possession. Goodness. Maybe I don't know what Keller up. I mean, they were in the middle, right? Is this gonna show me? Why would it show me the relegation stage? That's broken. Good job, FM. That's a goal. Hey lads, we might we might spend a little time marking in practice this coming week. Encourage. See, it's hard when you downgrade your left back and your goalkeeper. You will probably end up giving up more goals. And when you don't upgrade your strike force and you only have one striker who's really an attacking midfielder, you're not going to make up for the increase in goals that you're giving up on defense by scoring more because you're not capable of that. We may drop the wingers back to play like a 4-5-1. Gives a little more defensive solidarity. I was thinking playing. There are days when you just want to turn football, or not just football manager, you just want to turn your computer off in the middle of playing Football Manager. He's on a roll. Oh, that was terrible. Good to see our goalkeeping at the penalty spot is up to standards, my friends. No, we're not gonna watch. That was right at him. Look at that. We are getting absolutely dominated. Mistake led to goal. 5 points. So our only striker, you know what? Karsten Jensen's coming on. We're bringing him on. We had that in the comments. We should let the team know it's, yeah, we should. Yeah, you're, okay, so you're going to drop here. You're going to drop here. Karsten Jensen, come on down, lad. Yes, I really don't think he has the attributes to do this, but he can't dribble to save his life. Let's just have you do a poacher, mate. You're a tall poacher, okay? All right. Yeah, that sounds lovely, doesn't it? We'll put these, because they're positionally further back, now we'll put them on attack. And we'll clear the ball to the flanks. That's all I got, boys. That's all I got. Okay, we did that. Yeah. He's going to score a hat trick, and we're going to have to play the 41-year-old the rest of the season. You watch, my friends. We're going to be demanding more. This is not exactly how you want to, you know, kick off the promotion stage. I mean, we are doing diddly squat. I mean, it's no highlights, no. We'll go back, I guess, and we'll make it a 4-2-3-1. I just don't think that's the best of ideas. We're gonna bring on Luti here, and we're gonna put him just in a. We'll do double box to box. I don't really think it matters at this point. Don't tell anybody. I think that. You guys go support. Olsen is better on attack, so we got 2 people attacking. Clear it to the flanks. Good luck, my friends. At this point, it's almost like just getting people out so you don't have injuries, you know? Like, let's bring on the youngster. Bring him on. Doesn't really matter at this point. We're not going to win this game. Even look how tired they are. Ugh, we're going to get above a 4th, aren't we? think the ref had money on the game. I'm just saying. Oh, this is going to crush morale. Oh, that's not going to crush morale. I mean, morale's still going to be crushed. Let's be clear, but... Oh, I thought that was going to be a wonder goal to lift our spirits at the end. Twasn't to be, my friends. Yeah, the performance was disappointing. Yeah, mate, you looked okay, you know. You were just unlucky, okay? Everybody else, garbage tier. Garbage tier, okay? I mean, to be fair, they were on 10 points. It's a very tight race, but what did they do? Can I see what they did in the other stage? Is that a thing? Can I see that? They had 23 points. Look at us. Look at us. 34 points. How? How? Oh, it's the goalkeeper and the left back. That's got to be what it is. Don't worry. We have a game in 4 days. I'm going to play a bunch of games and figure out when I need to bring you back. Hopefully it doesn't turn into like us getting fired. Right. So, if you have enjoyed that episode, hit the like button. Check out the stuff that's going to be popping up back here. Let me know what you think about the sightings. We'll see you next time. Shout out to my patrons. Check out this stuff over here. They make me buying ridiculous stuff like this to do skits possible. So check it out if you want to support the channel and me being ridiculous there. And thanks to these folks up here. Have a good one.